Well, it's nice to be able to come back and win games at the end. I'd prefer to be playing 60 minutes of lacrosse right now, but it's great that we've got it in our DNA that never quit attitude. So I'm happy that the guys came back and played well going down the stretch enough to win the game in overtime.
How do you get them started earlier?
Well, we were working on that, trying to play for 60 minutes. And some of it's, I think, mental. And then for us to go to Cicero North Syracuse and play outside, I think that was an adjustment. It was nice being out there. It was a great turnout from the fans, a great venue, a great day for lacrosse. But for the first time, we've got no reference. We're inside in Ensley, we're inside in the Dome. There are walls there, and then you get on that field, and it's as far as you can see. So that might have had a little bit to do with it as far as our turnovers are concerned. We had 11 turnovers in the first half. And we want to avoid that, going against good teams in the future.
It's got to help you for this week, then.
Yeah, it did. I think the fact that we got out there, we practiced outside today, we should be outside tomorrow. Pre-game on Friday at Notre Dame, we'll be outside. So we're trying everything we can do to get outside and get used to the outdoors.
How much of a focus is possessions for your offense?
It is. We need to make better possessions for our offense. We were in a hurry at times. We didn't execute well. We go over things during the week. We didn't see the same things in the game. So we're just going to, keep working on trying to give them more reps, especially at the offensive end of the field. And I think our defense played a good game. They played a lot of defense. Duke got out to a good start, but the defense was solid for the rest of the game and gave our chance, for our offense to get the ball and catch up.
Brendan started the game 0 for 11 on the shots, and he said a minute ago that in his freshman year, he probably wouldn't have even taken 11 shots. He didn't have the confidence. He wasn't getting his hands free. And he took the 12th shot and had the winner. Can you talk to the development of confidence in his game and how he can just keep firing away and not get down?
Yeah, well, we aren't the type of staff where if you take a good shot and it doesn't go in, we're not going to pull you out. So he kept getting those shots, which is a good thing, and we've seen it in previous games, and we see it every day in practice. A lot of those drop. And so, kind of like a good three-point shooter in basketball. We just wanted him to keep shooting, and fortunately he got the one that we needed the most.
How was he better this year than last year as a freshman?
Well, I think it's experience, and you mentioned confidence, and just getting the reps. This is his second year playing college lacrosse at Syracuse.
Are you seeing any of his dad's game yet in his game?
Similar. I think that Todd probably had a harder outside shot from further out, but Brennan's definitely got a quicker release, and he's probably quicker than his father. His father was very fast, but similar. Similar.
Did you tell him he needed to work on his shooting after last year?
We did. Yeah, I told him to go home, and if there's one thing, we never questioned his work ethic. He's always in great shape, and he comes ready to play. And now he's got a very good dodger. He's got a good first step. He's got good speed after the first step, which gives him distance from his defender. And bottom line then is it's get it in the back of the net. And I think he worked hard at that.
Did you give him direction as to how he could go about improving it? Or?
Well, it's kind of self-explanatory for him because he does a lot of his shooting on the run, and now he's on man up this year, so he gets to set his feet occasionally. But he's a pretty fundamental shooter. He doesn't waste a lot of his movements, and he has such a quick release on top of his shot that he'll get it in the back of the net before the goalie gets a chance to move. Usually more people need a bigger wind-up to shoot the ball, and he's kind of a catch-and-shoot guy.
Does that bode well for, the development of his shot in the future?
Yeah, definitely. He'll keep working on it, and he's pretty good with his other hand, too.
Did you expect him to have this big of a role in the offense this year?
Well, we saw it in the fall, and then with Tucker Dordovic out, we definitely needed others to step up, so he was going to get the ball more often, especially with Tucker out. And we even talked about using him on attack at times because of his great step and his quickness. And if he had Tucker, now we're even deeper in the midfield, so we could use him to dodge, the third defenseman sometimes, switching him down to attack, and that's why you see him invert occasionally.
Okay. Can you look at I don't want to call it a turning point because you've already had great moments this year, but with all the external factors, playing away from the Dome and high school field, the way you rallied against Duke, can this be one of those events that wherever this season goes, you look back as maybe a launching point the rest of the way?
Yes. We've had to do that in the last couple of games, unfortunately, but the fact that we did it is the important thing, that we came out with W's. But I think the guys will get a lot of confidence, playing the number 2 team in the country, getting an ACC win. against a very good team, at home but on the road, so to speak, and the experience of getting on another field other than the Carrier Dome because we've had so many home games this year. So a very good experience for us.
How